Hey guys, it's Observatory Toys back with another Funwhole review. And speaking of Funwhole, I need to thank them for sponsoring this video because this one, they actually did send me this truly magnificent, colossal set. Now, I am gonna have to hold the camera for this review quite a lot because I say again, this thing is colossal in every sense of the word. Now, this thing comes with 2,744 pieces, and if you thought that Cyberpunk Apartments was tall, this thing dwarfs it hardcore. And with that being said, you know what? Let's get in on this. Okay, so we're gonna be starting here on the ground floor, and we're gonna be starting with this pretty cool little, well, statue. And it's the statue of Elvis Stewart, no doubt some sort of famous inventor in this steampunk universe. And you can see how ornate, how detailed this is. There's cogs everywhere, there's gold accents everywhere as well. And this door right here, it's absolutely amazing how such a classical design of the door just works so well with the tech combined in it. Now, right over here, we have some sort of a generator, and going to this side where it says the watchtower, we have this little mechanism, and if you do turn this, just a sec, you are gonna be lifting this up right there, and I'm gonna be adjusting the camera so you see. So it's yet another way of getting up to the first floor. It is full of little mechanical details like this, and you know what? I am absolutely here for it. Now, when we go on the other side of the tower, there's just gonna be your standard little power supply, and there's gonna be quite a lot of this, the stained glass motif, and this reactor that is actually glowing is simply phenomenal. Now, if we go a little bit lower, right here underneath this arch, it says that in the shadow of the tower, everything is seen. And it's kind of ominous and also a warning of sorts. So we're going to be moving into the room inside. And in the true Funwhole tradition, this is yet again completely modular. There is a lot, and I do mean a lot of details in here. Now, at the very center of all of this is going to be this reactor. I would imagine this is a reactor, but when in doubt, simply call it the flux capacitor. Now, that's a little joke that people of my age are gonna be very familiar with, and Back to the Future. And down here we have another little display case for little ornate tech devices, and there's even a little diary, and in this corner right here there's even a telescope. No doubt all of these things are of some sort of significance, maybe even used by the gentleman we have the statue outside. Now, here is yet another piece of the reactor with a lot of machinery, and that is just completely lit up. The cogs are a motif that's gonna be just very present throughout this whole set, and there is even a little typewriter, probably the best typewriter build that I have ever seen. It is just such a joy to have built this. And on the first floor, we're going to be starting from this side. We have one of these towers, and it has lighting inside. The lighting is simply sublime throughout this whole set, and I honestly don't know what I prefer the most. This, stained glass that is glowing, these spotlights that are phenomenal. It's just done exceptionally incredible. Now, right here in the front, we have this tiny little turret for defense, because there is a story, arc throughout these all steampunk sets, and it's just really cool to see. I love this build, the window for the little elevator that is back inside. I'm going to be showing that very, very soon, and very consistent throughout. Now, this crank right here is for that little elevator in there. Now, there's going to be some things that we can actually open, and you are going to be able to see the whole mechanism of this elevator. Just give me a sec. There it goes. But you need to be careful not to overcommit, especially going down, because this little mechanism is always going to try to go in a circle, and it might actually detach the elevator itself. And how you put this back, it's actually quite genius and quite easy. It's quite literally simple as that. Now, this is going to be your first floor, and we are just gonna be climbing up because that's literally what this tower is for. You have this little doorway in there, and this is your entrance to the elevator. It's kind of decorated with a little control panel and the mechanism that's gonna be working to get you up there. And speaking of getting up there, the whole motif of steampunk and this gothic quality is ever present. And here we go to this little balcony. And this little balcony, or should I say a helipad, is where you are gonna be going into to pilot this contraption. We really don't know what it is, but yet again, you can see just how present the detailing is and how consistent and wonderful, honestly, it is. The stained glass, it just blows me away, and there are these mechanical motifs. For a minute there, I thought it might actually be a clock tower, face, but it's not. This is just as cool, and we're gonna be proceeding to the next floor. And that brings us to the very top of the tower. And this being a observatory tower, you would imagine that this would spin around, and it does exactly that, because we have this amazing telescope right here that can be deployed in and out by simply turning this little crank. The detailing just really culminates here at the top of the tower with more stained glass, and I love how on this side, to give it more of that blurry finish, it really is textured. We have doors that are also going to be opening, and it is just so phenomenal. I love these pipes that are going around the whole set, giving it that really steampunk feeling. And for this part of the review, I simply had to turn down the lights a little bit, and we're going to be having a look at the very top of the tower, which kind of doubles down as a light tower as well. Now, here we have a completely separate and different power supply from the one downstairs. This one is operated completely, or should I say powered, by batteries, but you can have a little workaround. You have light going through here, the telescope, which is simply phenomenal. But like I said, you can actually have a little workaround with the USB, which is my own preferred way of powering these Funwhole sets. And guys, this is pure magic. Let's get on to the final thoughts. Okay, the final thoughts. Now, here's the thing. It is a sponsored set, but this is not going to be influencing what I tell you next. You know, I have been buying these sets on my own and always gushing over them. This is not a theme that ever spoke to me. It never did. I'm more of a cyberpunk kind of guy, Wild West as well, so steampunk, that is not something that I myself would have gone for. And had Funwhole not sent me this, I would have missed out on one of the most incredible building processes that I have ever done in my life. Not to mention that the looks of this set are absolute 10 out of 10, but the sheer amount of details and mechanics, so lighting aside, that went into this is astounding. I don't know what they have in the coffee over there at the Funwhole headquarters, but the designers are simply killing it and just reinventing Funwhole with every new set they do. Even if you are not into steampunk, I cannot recommend this set enough. Check out the link in the description. It's always going to be yielding you at least 10% off, no matter which sets you choose. Old, new, it doesn't really matter. Guys, this is Albetium. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I certainly did, and I will be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.